Stay savage, your boy ShinoBeenTrill. What's poppin'? Today we are back with another video. You know, we've been doing this strong. Like, we really been putting in the work. Like, I'm dropping content daily. You know, this is weird. But hey, honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I have been enjoying it, except for the stressful issues dealing with my internet provider. Outside of that, you know, we've been doing our thing. So if you guys are excited about today's video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for daily content. Now, today we got an interesting topic. So if you have your own personal thoughts, your own personal opinions on this topic, make sure you leave those in the comment section below. You know, we've been reading the comment section and we've been talking about different things from the comment section in our videos. So, you know, this is how it pans out. So let me know how you feel. So today we're going to be talking about Momoshiki'S new form. We're going to be talking about the new Otsutsuki member, and we're going to talk about how the new character ties in with Momoshiki'S form. So with that being said, let's get it.
All of these people, they down to ride. Look in my eyes. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
Now, before we get further in today's video, I was supposed to say in the beginning of the video, make sure you check out your ShinoBeenTrill soccer shirts. You go ahead and grab that if you want to grab it. You got till March 29th. People been copping that, you know what I'm saying? So we out here. Shino been useless, you know what I'm saying? ShinoBeenTrill soccer, you know, I love Sakura so very much. Like, she got my heart, bro. Like, I'm talking about... You don't believe that to your damn self, do you? Alright, so before we actually talk about the hardcore concrete things that I really want to talk about regarding the new Otsutsuki member, the new Momoshiki form, and shit like that, we gotta talk about a little bit of a recap, because this is probably gonna throw a lot of you guys for a loophole, you know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys are probably gonna be confused. So what we know already about what's about to transpire in terms of the tuning exams would be Boruto's gonna get ready to fight against Momoshiki with Naruto, Sasuke, and the rest of the Kages. We know like a whole bunch of stuff if you already watched the movie. I don't want to go into too much detail because some people don't really know it, because some people honestly they didn't watch the Boruto movie, and I have a lot of people talking about should I watch it or should I just wait, and I'm like, yo, honestly I would just watch it so you can have an idea of what's going on. Plus it's been out already for like a really long time, so if you haven't already watched the Boruto movie, I highly recommend you watch it before you wait on the arc to start, because the things that they're going to start adding into the arc is going to be completely different from the movie. I mean, it's still going to be the same formula, same path, but they're going to do different things like to tie in. So it's basically like some DLCs, if that makes sense. Now when I say DLCs, I'm talking about like different features, different things. I'm talking about different abilities, different powers. You know, obviously we have a whole DLC character will be the new Otsutsuki member, and honestly they had to tie that in for a lot of different purposes. So before we get into those purposes, you know, the whole synopsis of the movie is essentially Boruto has daddy issues, you know what I'm saying? He's finally getting to the point where he wants to prove himself and get his dad to basically say he's a strong ninja, basically get his dad's approval, you know, because throughout his whole life he's basically compared to his dad, talking about how your dad is such a great ninja, how your dad is the person that saved the village and shit like that. We know this already about Boruto. We see this time and time again. So like obviously they had to add a new formula to it. Like if you just continue giving the content that's rehashed and like obviously the same, people gonna get upset. You know, it's gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be like Dragon Ball Super. We're gonna be looking at that shit like, yo, the animations look a little wonky, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we saw this already, you know, we know this is gonna happen. They're gonna drag this out, you know, this like they're milking it for money. But in a sense, I feel as though they're gonna do Boruto some justice instead of having some like, you know, rehash, you know, battle of the gods in terms of in the anime versus the Boruto movie. Is not gonna be completely rehashed, you know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to give it his own twist, his own little bit of flavor, you know what I'm saying? Now with that flavor comes a lot of questions. It comes a lot of speculation. It comes a lot of mystery, you know what I'm saying? Because we know we got Sasuke fighting against Kinshiki, you know. We don't know if Kinshiki absorbed the other guy, you know what I'm saying? And basically took on that power to fight against Sasuke and then went up against him and then eventually sacrificed himself to Momoshiki, which we saw in the movie. Or it could go a whole different other way. And what I mean by that is, you know, we have Momoshiki introduced, right? We got this little cool ass form that we saw in the movie. We got this cool ass form that we saw in the Boruto tale. If you play Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, Road to Boruto, we got to see that little cool ass form, you know what I'm saying? We didn't get to play as it, we didn't get to use it, obviously, because I feel as though that was just like a beta form. I feel like that wasn't the complete form and that wasn't the complete idea that they wanted to do. So in order for them to have a complete idea, what else they gotta do? They gotta introduce a new Otsutsuki member. So throughout the mystery behind the new Otsutsuki member, honestly, we're gonna see him come into role and see him come into play. Now what will be his role? I'm not too sure. Obviously I haven't been looking into leaks, and I don't want to spoil myself because I already know enough about the movie that this is something new that I don't want to completely ruin it for myself. So at this point I'm just going to continue to speculate and, you know, make a few theories about it until I actually see what goes down and I get some hard concrete evidence basically letting me know what's going to happen. So one thing I know what they're going to do with this character is either one, he's going to be the first test for the village, you know what I'm saying? He's going to go out and attack the village first before Kinshiki and Momoshiki appear. You know, he's gonna be kind of like a scout, maybe he's the person that found Sasuke, you know, wandering around basically reading the message to Kaguya, and he's like, oh, he has traces of the tail beast in him, you know what I'm saying? He has traces of Sage Mode and shit like that. He has traces of Otsutsuki DNA, you know, he has the Rinnegan and shit like that. So who is this guy? And they're probably gonna follow him back into the realm where Naruto and them reside, and that's probably how, you know, they found out where Naruto was. Obviously they kind of already knew because they could just sense the chakra and just warp through dimensions, but I feel as though, you know, maybe Naruto was hidden for a good little bit of time. You know, basically Sasuke went around poking the beehive and the bees started coming out, you know, and shit got bad. And basically once this new assailant appears or this new villain appears, you know what I'm saying, it's either going to turn into them defeating him early on and he being early sacrificed to Kinshiki, or it might tie into the bigger picture. Like, the bigger picture is something that we really want to talk about in terms of Momoshiki. So basically, if you read the manga, I mean, the manga's chapter's been out for a decent amount of time regarding the new Momoshiki form. I apologize if you didn't know about that, but I mean, it's there. It's been there for a while. Honestly, at this point in time, you should already know about it. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Go back and read, you know, you might find some things that might interest you, you know what I'm saying? So when Momoshiki gets this new form, there's a lot of questions about it, because a lot of us, we were like, yo, what the heck? Momoshiki got a new form. He didn't look like this when he completely transformed, when he absorbed Kinshiki, you know, early on in the other adaptation in the movie and shit like that. So now we're gonna get the anime adaptation, which he's gonna be introduced possibly with the new form, or they might keep it manga exclusive. But I think they're tying this new Otsutsuki member into that. And what I mean by tying in the new Otsutsuki member is, like, basically, you know, we're gonna introduce this new character, right? Because obviously we introduced a new form in the manga and we really didn't explain how he got the new form. You know, we didn't explain how he had a yellow Rinnegan instead of having the purple or the red Rinnegan. You know what I'm saying? His hands turn yellow with the yellow eyes, and his Rinnegan in the middle of the forehead turns yellow, plus his eyes are yellow. So he has a yellow Rinnegan, which is completely different. Obviously we don't know the mysteries of the different colors of the Rinnegan. We do know about the purple, which we saw with, you know, Pain, we saw with Madara, we saw with Kaguya, you know. Then we well, actually I'm lying, she had the fucking Byakugan, and then she had a red Rinnegan. So we saw the red Rinnegan too, which is something, you know, we know of, but we don't know to what extent these powers or uses they have, you know what I'm saying? So now we're getting the yellow Rinnegan introduced. So honestly, in order for them to make this work, they had to tie in this new Otsutsuki member, because in order to put this new Otsutsuki member in, it was like, yo, okay, we put him in, you know, but what is his role? What is he gonna play? But we also put in a new form before that. So like, what is the new form? You know, how did he achieve it? How did all of a sudden, you know, he go from this to this? So like, here's like my speculation, my theory. This is honestly what I think is going to happen. Honestly, I think the new Otsutsuki member is going to get introduced at some point. He's going to be sacrificed to either Kinshiki or Momoshiki, and if not Momoshiki, he may be just sacrificed to Kinshiki. Or it could go this way: Momoshiki could absorb Kinshiki, and then he could come out the like background somewhere, and then he could absorb him too, which regards and adds into his new power up. You know what I'm saying? Like, the regarding of the power scaling, it's like a big gap compared to how it was before. Because if you look at like how Momoshiki and Boruto fought before, don't get me wrong, he was strong as shit, but like Boruto, you know, just grabbed the Rasengan from Naruto and then finished him off. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what the hell? Like, you made a kid do this. But at the same time, I feel as though there's gonna be some type of power struggle in between Momoshiki or some shit. Maybe the other Otsutsuki member is gonna want to be good or something like that. Maybe he wants to help, maybe he wants to be bad, maybe he's just sacrificed in order to get this new power, this new form. Because honestly, them tying this in actually makes more sense than it did before. Because before it was just like, he just got this random power up, he got this random new form, his Rinnegan turned colors, and it was just completely absurd and random. Like, I was just like, what the heck? Like, where did this come from? You know what I'm saying? So now I honestly think they put in this new Otsutsuki member to make it make sense. The fact that he, you know, he pulls up, you know, Momoshiki gets a new form in the manga, you know, and then he pulls up in the anime. I think they're gonna try to tie that in to make sense. Because if you guys look at Dragon Ball Super, a lot of things that happen in the manga actually don't take place in anime. You know, there's a lot of different forms and power-ups in the manga that aren't in the anime, you know what I'm saying? And then we do know in the future we're supposed to be getting this movie that's supposed to adapt all the things that happen in the manga and put it in there. That way it ties in a little bit better. So obviously, you know, that could be that route, but I think it's going to be a little bit reversed, meaning Boruto is going to take what's happening in the manga and try to tie it in with the anime. So if they ever have to make a movie, it completely makes sense. Or, you know, I might just be completely wrong. It's just one of those things where it's just like pure speculation until we actually see it. But like, why else would they add this completely random Otsutsuki member? You know what I'm saying? Because originally it was just Kinshiki and Momoshiki, and I mean, I guess they wanted to make the Migos, you know, the Three Musketeers. They just wanted them to pull up or some shit. Like, I don't really understand how they just completely come out the woodwork and add this new character in, but I do understand because they added this random ass form to the manga. Like, don't get me wrong, there's reasons in the manga, you know, they talk about the form in the manga and shit like that, but for us, it's one of those things where it's just like, you know, we saw this in the movie, now we see this in the manga, what the heck? So I do feel as though the first form that we got to see could have been Momoshiki absorbing him the first time, and then the second form we see, which is in the manga, is him absorbing both Kinshiki and the other Otsutsuki member. I don't know his name. I haven't looked at scans. I'm trying not to spoil myself completely, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to just take from it. Like, you know, at this day and age, everything's on the internet. Everybody knows everything. I'll spoil some leaks, you know, about stuff that I already know, but I'm not going to try to spoil something that I don't know, because this new Otsutsuki member is just completely just out the blue. It's just like, where did he come from? We don't know why he's there. We don't know his true purpose. We don't know his true intentions. You don't know what's there, like, for him. Like, you know, it's a little weird for me. Obviously, we got a brief synopsis about it. You know, we're going to know about him just appearing, you know what I'm saying? But we don't know how he's going to pan out. Is he going to completely destroy it? He's going to get absorbed, so on and so forth. We don't know how that plays. So let me know your personal thoughts and your personal opinions about this in the comment section. Let me know why you think Momoshiki gets this new form. Let me know the true thoughts and true opinions. Like, honestly, these are true thoughts, true opinions, not true facts, true opinions. Like, I need those. So with that being said, my name is ShinoBeenTrill. Stay true and stay real. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Don't forget to get your ShinoX Sakura shirt, a limited time only. And with that being said, stay true and stay real. Hope you guys have a blessed day. See you guys later. Bye.